Okay, so let's unpack this. We're looking at DramaRush today. It's this mobile app, right? Specializing in really short drama clips that seem to be everywhere lately.
That's the one. Seems like everyone's scrolling through it.
Totally. And our goal here, based on the X-Guide research we've got, is to figure out, well, is DramaRush legit entertainment? Or is it more of an ad trap, like the source calls it? You know, subscription sinkhole.
Exactly. It's that classic digital tightrope walk, isn't it? You get quick fun, but what's the hidden cost? We really need to dig into how the app itself is built to see where that line is.
Absolutely. Let's start with the appeal, because it's pretty clever.
Yeah.
The main thing is these super short episodes, like roughly a minute long.
About a minute. Designed for instant gratification.
Right. And they update daily, apparently. Covers all sorts of genres, too. Romance, comedy, you name it. Really snackable content.
And it's designed that way, very intentionally. From a technical standpoint, the whole user experience is, well, hyper-optimized. Meaning the interface is really smooth, easy to use, and crucially, it pushes personalized recommendations based very precisely on what you actually watch.
So it learns your tastes fast.
Oh yeah, it doesn't just know you, like, say, romance. It knows exactly which kind of cliffhanger gets you to tap next, almost instantly, within that tiny 1-minute window.
Okay, and that speed, that tailoring, that's where things get interesting, maybe a bit tricky.
That's the tension point, yes.
So the good news first, I guess. Our sources, X-Guide, they do confirm DramaRush is, legitimate. It's a real app. It delivers actual drama content. So the basic promise, it holds up.
It does hold up, but, and this is a big but, that legitimacy comes with some pretty significant warnings. Asterisks, you could say.
Okay, like what should users be looking out for?
Well, two main things really stand out from the X-Guide data. First, reports of subscription fees that don't match expectations.
Don't match expectations. That sounds vague. What does that actually mean? Are we talking hidden fees, microtransactions? How does a 60-second clip trick you into paying more?
It often comes down to the structure. That constant cliffhanger model you mentioned, it's designed to cut off right before any kind of payoff.
So you have to see what happens next.
Exactly. And our data suggests people don't like being left hanging, obviously. So they monetize that frustration really effectively. You might get a tiny bit free, but then, boom, a paywall. Buy coins or passes to keep watching right now.
Gotcha. So the second warning from X-Guide.
That it's definitely not a free ride. It's not an ad-free solution either. If you're going in hoping for unlimited access without paying, the research says you absolutely need to manage those expectations. It's built around getting you to pay repeatedly. Okay,
so the money side is potentially tricky. What about what you said earlier, the hyper-personalization? Isn't everything personalized now? Why does X-Guide flag this app specifically for privacy?
It's about the depth of the data they collect and, importantly, the purpose behind it.
So?
Because the whole app is engineered around maximizing that impulse by, that need to see the next 60 seconds. They're collecting incredibly detailed data on how you behave in the app.
More than just what genres I like.
Way more. We're talking precise watch times, how long you pause, how quickly you give in and click on those paywalls. It's fine-grained behavioral tracking.
And all that tracking, presumably, is linked back to your personal info.
That's the connection, yes. Now, DramaRush says it protects user privacy, like most apps do. But the X-Guide research, it strongly, strongly advises caution here. It basically says, look, if you're signing up for this kind of super tailored content, you must read that privacy policy very carefully before you commit.
So the personalization isn't just helpful suggestions.
You could argue it's powered by, essentially, real-time behavioral surveillance designed to open your wallet.
Wow. Okay, so that really seems to be the main takeaway for you listening. You do get entertainment. It's fast, it's engaging, it's actual drama. But using it demands you think critically about the costs, yes, but also about what data you're giving up.
Right. You get the instant hit of a plot twist, but the payment isn't just in dollars, it's potentially in time spent managing costs and, well, your privacy.
So bottom line from the source material.
Enjoy it for the entertainment it is, sure, but don't mistake it for some kind of free, unlimited service. Be really, really wary of those costs tied to getting immediate access. Manage your expectations.
Which brings us to a final thought, I think. A bit of a paradox, maybe. The whole app is built on speed, right? Instant gratification, tailored content delivered immediately, peak convenience.
That's the core appeal.
So what's the real cost of that high-speed personalization when it forces you, the user, to do the exact opposite? To slow right down, wade through a potentially huge, complex privacy policy, just so you can enjoy the next 60 seconds of drama? Something to chew on next time you feel that pull from a mobile cliffhanger.